Home United has become the first Singapore football club to be privatized, and it's now known as
the Lion City Sailors.
And there you go, the Lion City
As a club, I
Sailors.
think when we first was founded, the vision is clear, right? We want to become the pride of Singapore.
We have a clear goal in mind to build Lion City Sailors into the pride of Singapore.
And of course, when the opportunity arises to join them, especially with their project, with the idea of actually making a difference in Singapore football.
With a conducive and with a right environment, women's football, girls can thrive.
The very first thing which we embarked upon was to improve the infrastructure of the club. At that point of time, the first team was training in Bishan. The academy was training in quite a rundown facilities, and that's where the idea of full-fledged training dedicated facility should be built, because there was not such a thing in Singapore. It took just 14 months for the whole training center to be built, and in July 2022 was when we launched the training center. We are very, very proud of this particular training center, which we designed and built from scratch, because when we hosted some of the top European teams like Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Tottenham Hotspurs and Leicester City, the feedback is very clear. The infrastructure here is world-class, right?
Singapore football, for the longest time, we were the same. For such a project, especially like the Lion City Sailors, I think the trophies that you win speaks for itself. So I think it was very, very important for us to get that first trophy and then we...
AIA Singapore Premier League champions of 2021, Lion City Sailors. What a momentous occasion for them. They have been outstanding this season.
The other thing which we thought was really, really important for our long-term success, for us to become the pride of Singapore, is really the youth development system. And that's where we launched the Elite Academy in June 2020. And together with that launch was when we announced our scholarship program. So we wanted a full-time kind of a program where kids immediately after school, they come to a training center, they study, they do their homework here, and then after that, they have their training.
For me, personally, it's a huge milestone because it was my very first WPL championship since I started playing in the league. But more than that, it's a huge testament to the teams and the club's dedication, hard work, and also the club's management support in women's football. And to win it 3 times in a row, back-to-back, is something that I find really amazing.
Champions League is the pinnacle of football here in Asia. So for a club of this stature to grow, the appeal to become bigger in Asia is very important to play at the highest level. So I think for the Sailors to be there consistently is really important. I think over the years we have also showed that we can mix ourselves with the big boys, with some decent results, against the likes of Daegu, Jeonbuk, and then of course away we played 𝐂𝐀𝐏𝐿, and we got the result there as well. And I think this season also is a bit of a milestone for us, having gone into the knockout stages. So something of new waves that we are making, But I think it's very, very important for the club because you have to break ground in order to grow and become bigger. So we are all excited, as players, to be playing at this stage, this level, and to see where we can take the team. Yeah.
Till today, our scholarship program is still definitely the cornerstone of our youth development program. We have Assis signing for Portuguese First Division club Estrela last year. Again, very, very proud moment because that was always what our vision was from a youth production perspective. Go as far as you can. Don't don't limit yourself. Break barriers, transcend whatever that was possible before. And yeah, he signed. Now that we have attained our 2-star accreditation, which was about a year ago, that is kudos to all our coaching staff, our technical staff, our non-technical staff, and of course this fantastic training center we have. November, December 2021, we went on a 6-week training camp in Europe. Went to Dortmund, went to Feyenoord. Incredible 6 weeks during COVID period, right, where our first batch of scholars got to train in world-class conditions, play against world-class opponents, and really put up a good show for themselves. So, now our European trips are regular. Once or twice a year, the players would go to Europe and train there and compare themselves with the best in the rest of the world.
So we have an LCS Girls Academy. It's an all-girls program where girls are able to train here and there is a clear pathway for these young girls to make a step up from the academy to the senior development and senior squad. Over the past few years, we've seen a few of our sailor girls, that's what we call them. We've seen a few graduates making their debut in a senior squad. And this is something that is really nice to see because all the hard work from the officials back end, the club that has invested a lot in creating this platform to give girls, young girls, an opportunity to play football.
While we can train hard, we can train well, we need a platform for the youth to compete. And that was when in July 2022, we launched the Youth Champions League, and this was meant for our players to have a weekly competitive program for them to play against the best possible teams in Singapore. We worked together with GSSL and picked out the best teams across all age groups, invited them to join a tournament, right, that's curated for the best, played in the best conditions and in the best facilities. We had great reception for it. We even managed to secure a good title sponsor, Puma, for the Youth Champions League. And never before had Singapore seen such high-level youth competition. And the kind of social media attention our Youth Champions League got was great as well. It gave our youth a good platform to compete.
So the girls program has come a long way from around 20 girls to 30 girls back in 2021, and now we are seeing around close to 130 girls in the program. So it's really such a nice feeling, and it just shows that there's demand in the sport.
In football, you are judged by what you win, the trophies that you win, the achievements that you accumulate over the course of your career, and for clubs as well. In order to be known as a big club, you've got to win the big trophies, you see. So for us, the most important is of course the league, the cup, whatever that's in front of us to win it, and of course the Champions League to go as far as we can. And I think to get that first Singapore Cup after the season that we had in 2023, missing out on the league, I think was very, very crucial for us. Yeah, I would love to see the club growing even bigger, breaking more ground. We need to always challenge ourselves. I think with us setting the standard, setting the tone here in Singapore, I think we push all the other clubs as well to raise themselves, because you can see everyone wants to beat the Lion City Sailors, and I see that as healthy. I see that as good competition because everybody raised their game as well. So I think it only bodes well for Singapore football. And as for the club itself, I really hope to see a lot of young players coming through, a lot of competitiveness, intensity in the team as it is already, or even more. So it can only be good for the club both on and off the field.
The next big focus really is, while we have stability on the pitch, we want many more people to come and watch our first team play in the stadium. We are different now. The crowd that's coming to our home games has been fantastic. We are already having games where we sell out. It's going to make our next 5 years another fun, fruitful and productive journey.